Welcome to Rain's World. I'm Rain, and today we're in Winston, Salem, North Carolina, where I have the pleasure of working with the beautiful Miss D. Marie. Go ahead and tell the people where they can find you on social.
What's up? What's good, you guys? My name is D. Marie. If you go to all platforms right now, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, all you have to do is type in D. Marie, D-M-A-R-I-E-E, 2 E's, because I'm extra.
She for sure extra, but we ain't gonna go there. Today we're gonna be doing like a portrait session, basically, so nothing too fancy. We're just playing around. I've never had the opportunity to shoot in Winston-Salem, so I'm a little excited. You excited?
I'm excited.
I'm excited. So we're gonna have some fun. We've already kind of started doing some little things, but we'll go back and show you what we're talking about when it comes to what kind of equipment we're using today, which is, I'm shooting with the A7IV by Sony, and I'm shooting on a Flashpoint Xplor 400 Pro. So we're gonna kind of, like I said, play a little bit. We're doing hard light today, so get ready for some fantastic results, because she always gets results. I don't know if you see how she's been breaking the internet and all this stuff lately. Well, we're gonna go ahead and go with it. We're gonna make it do what it do, and I can't wait to see you. Let's go.
Let's go!
Alright, so here's to a shoot in downtown Winston-Salem, where we started off street side, just kind of getting some test shots in, playing around, having fun, as we tend to do. We ended up moving over to the park that was nearby across the street, which was basically the reason why we came there in the first place. We came to try to get some shots over there. I was happy to see the sun in the position that it was in. So it was behind my model, which worked out. I like the placement of shadows from the structures in the center of that park. It actually turned out pretty cool, because she got to play around with those structures and, you know, the poles that were there. You know, just kind of had some fun with it. You know, I like to have fun. But we were able to get some images. I did use a combination of the 85mm G Master and the 35mm 1.8. Just kind of going back and forth and just trying to see what I would get in this area. Again, it was my first time shooting in the area, so it was like I said, some discovery, but we did have a lot of fun. So again, we played a bit, we captured some moments, and these some of the good results. So moving on, we went to another location, which was right around the corner. A nice little walk, getting to see a little bit of downtown Winston-Salem, which was pretty cool. We found a good spot. You know, I like structures, so we used kind of the area beside a building. I just like to kind of get it for scale. I did, again, switch back and forth from the 85mm and the 35mm 1.8. The light here was still hard. We were still using hard light. It actually worked out pretty well. Now, we were in shade, or you say shadow, so sometimes this is that point where you want to kind of use a softer light, but since we were already going, we just kind of went with it, and it actually worked out. We got some good results, and again, we had a little bit more fun, so these are some of the results from that. This is where we kind of took a little break. We were just going to sit down and kind of go over the pictures, but we were like, hey, we're here, we might as well just keep going. So again, we stuck with hard light. We took a few images. Most of these were with the 85mm 1.4. So we went ahead and got some good shots as we were taking our break. And this is kind of you seeing that in action. And these are some of the good results from that. So we transitioned into this point, which is where we were getting closer to that golden hour feel. So I went ahead and put on a modifier. So we did go with the 32-inch beauty dish. And it actually ended up being a good call because that soft light just looked beautiful on her face. We were right there in the city where the sun was behind the buildings. So we actually had to go upward to find some of that light. So we ended up finding some steps. So she went up those steps. We actually were able to get some really good shots right there. Like I said, we were modified here, so we did have soft diffusion on that light to create some beautiful golden hour photos. And our focus today wasn't golden hour photos, but it really turned out to be a nice look and feel. We got some great images out of that, and these are some of the results. So another incredible shoot with the beautiful Miss D. Marie. Follow her on Instagram and support, of course, for my channel. Like and subscribe. I'd like to see you guys kind of tapping into what we do here. Hopefully you're learning something. Hopefully you're growing. And with that being said, keep learning, keep growing, keep going. Light your world. I'll see you guys on the next one.